What is going on, my friends? I'm Sonny, and today I'm back with a brand new video for you guys. This is something that will be slightly different and won't happen too many times on my channel, considering these things only happen once or twice a year. But considering I'm now a FIFA channel, I do need to keep up with the sort of events that are occurring within the FIFA community, and the big events like this really do need to be spoken about in terms of a video. So I've decided to do a team of the season prediction video for the BPL. Now, some of these picks you guys may think are slightly biased. You may think that they're sort of out there a bit, but they are my own personal opinions. Like I said, it is my prediction, what I personally feel, who I personally feel should be in this team. And if you don't appreciate some of the picks, and as I said, they are my opinions, do just take them with a pinch of salt and get over it. Because my choice has been made, my predictions have been made. This team may be completely different to the official team that comes out, but in terms of how these players have played this season, in my personal opinion, I firmly believe that all of these players do deserve to be in the team of the season. So, without further ado, let's hop right into it. So yeah, we will be starting things off, of course, with the goalkeeper position. As you guys can see from your screen, the goalie I have chosen is David De Gea. The ratings on the cards and the stats on the cards, again, just don't really pay too much attention to them. They could be completely different when they come out. But just based on how their cards have been this year so far, and what I personally feel they've played like so far, this is how I feel they will be upgraded by EA when Team of the Season is eventually released in a few weeks. So yeah, David De Gea, as you can see, he's made 91 saves total this season. He has 10 clean sheets, which isn't the highest amount in the league by any means, but it's still enough for Manchester United to be in the position they're in. And the only reason they are in the position they're in is because of this man on your screen. He has come up so clutch for Manchester United so many times this season. He has honestly been the best goalie in the BPL, in my personal opinion. A lot of people would agree with me with that. A lot of people would disagree. They'd say Courtois or someone along those lines. But I do feel that it is David De Gea, just because of how well he's played all season. No matter how badly Manchester United have been doing as a team, Courtois has been the player who has saved them from so many awkward, sticky situations in which they could have been placed a lot lower than where they are in the league at the moment. So the goalie I have chosen, based on the stats that you guys are seeing right now, is David De Gea. So we will be starting off, rather than the fullbacks, we're going to be diving into the centre-backs. And the first centre-back I have chosen is Jose Fonte of Southampton. As you guys can see, I guessed he'd be around 81 rated. Now looking back at it, I think that's quite low. But as you can see, he has been involved in 35 games for Southampton this season. He's made a total of 192 clearances. And he's been involved in a team when they have had a total amount of 15 clean sheets. He also has the 1 assist to his name. And he has been pretty awesome all season as far as I'm aware. Southampton are currently sat in 6th or 7th. And considering they were a team who sort of got written off a bit, they were always seen as like a mid-table team. They're never going to be like within the top 8 of the league, but they have been consistently for the past 2 seasons. They've been such an awesome team that have come out of the woodwork and shown the Premier League what they can do, and they have done it in style. And the defence has a lot to say about that, because they have been one of the main reasons. As far as I'm aware, Southampton are one of the teams with one of the highest number of clean sheets. And it is all down to their defence and their goalkeeping. As you can see, this guy has been awesome all season. There are other Southampton defenders who do thoroughly deserve to be in this team. Some didn't make it, some may have. You will see as the team continues. But slowly transitioning, or rather quickly transitioning into the second centre-back for the team of the season, and I have decided to go with John Terry. Despite my own personal opinions of the guy, he has been so awesome all season. He does thoroughly deserve to be here. He, in my opinion, will be 89 rated, around that sort of region. And it seems that with John Terry, he is using his experience to the best of his ability. He becomes so much better every season. He's sort of like what a young player should be at this stage. But he's, what, 34, 35 years old-ish? And he is progressively becoming better as a player as each season passes. He was one of the players that everyone thought Chelsea would get rid of and offload like they did with Frank Lampard. but he has shown why he still deserves to be a part of that squad. He's shown why he deserves to be part of the team, and he has done it in style. As you can see, he's made a total of 211 clearances. He's scored 4 goals, and he's been involved in 17 games where Chelsea have had clean sheets. And again, in my own personal opinion, he is the BPL equivalent to Pirlo, because he doesn't have pace. He uses his knowledge of the game, his technical ability, his physical prowess in defence, and he just puts his body on the line so much for his team, and it thoroughly shows in his game and how well Chelsea have performed this season. So yeah, John Terry is the second centre-back I have chosen for my team of the season. So the first fullback we have chosen, you will notice that they are 2 right-backs, but I've decided that one of the right-backs could potentially be placed as a left-back, and the first right-back is Branislav Ivanovic, another Chelsea player, which you wouldn't be surprised by because their team has been so good all season that the majority of them deserve to be in this. And Ivanovic, again, has played 36 games, been involved in 17 clean sheets. He has 5 assists to his name as a right back who doesn't have that much pace. His passing ability is not that good. And he also has 4 goals to his name as well. Him and John Terry have been scoring goals for Chelsea all season, which is insane because their defence are scoring, their midfield are scoring, and their strikers are scoring. And it just shows in how well Chelsea have played this season, in how well they've placed this season. They've won the Premier League 3 weeks before it's due to end. And again, he thoroughly deserves to be here. Just look at his stats from this season and you will understand why this man deserves to be in this squad. Branislav Ivanovic has been a brick at the back all season, and I thoroughly believe he will continue to do so for a good few seasons after this. So next fullback I've chosen, again, it could have been a left back, it could have been a different player completely, but I've decided to go with Nathaniel Klein, as he's a right back, but I would play him left back in this team. He doesn't necessarily play left back for his club. That would be Ryan Bertrand, who also could have been in this squad, but I felt that Klein had been the better player this season. He has a total of 33 games under his belt in the league. He's scored 3 goals. He's made a total of 107 crosses this season as well, which is something that a lot of midfielders don't even rack up stats like that, and he's a right back doing that sort of thing. So he's also been involved in 13 clean sheets for Southampton alongside Jose Fonte. So the things I've been saying about these players are pretty similar. They are the ones to be held accountable for how well Southampton have done in terms of their clean sheets and the way their team has been able to hold off bigger teams this season by not conceding. And it shows by their placement again. They're within the top 8. They have played amazing. They were within the top 4 for the majority of the season up until Christmas-ish, before the bigger teams started to show up again. And again, this could have been Bertrand. It maybe should have been Bertrand, but in my own personal opinion, I went with my gut on this one, and I thought Nathaniel Klein was the player who deserved to be there. He's actually earned himself some England call-ups as well, and I think he is a very good young talent in England, and he's homegrown as well, so we could potentially be seeing him in the next few international tournaments. But yeah, that is the second fullback for my team of the season. And a lot of the midfield now that you guys will be seeing, there is no contest in terms of who should be in each position. The way I would play it would be with a centre defensive mid, a cam, and then obviously your 2 wingers. So for the centre defensive mid position, there was no contest in terms of choosing this guy. It is Nemanja Matic. He's been a brick all season. Again, he's one of the reasons Chelsea have played so well. He has 1 goal to his name, 2 assists to his name as well. He's played 33 games this season, and he has a total of 16 clean sheets under his belt. And he's just been a brick, like I said, in the middle. He's in a league where he's coming up against players in the same position, like Yaya Toure and other amazing players with awesome experience. I would have even said Michael Carrick, but he's been injured for quite a lot of the season. He hasn't had much to do this season, especially with the numbers of midfielders Manchester United have in. But he's in the league where so many of the experienced players are these centre mids or defenders, and he's shown up as one of these youngsters who's come out and been an amazing player for Chelsea. He's sort of sprouted out of the woodwork again he's not even a new player at Chelsea. He's been there since they won their last Premier League title in 2011, and this is his second league title with them now, and he thoroughly deserves it because, like I said, he has been a brick all season. He's been awesome all season, and he thoroughly deserves to have his place in this squad. So the cam I have chosen for this is none other than David Silva. Those guys who play FIFA out there, you guys understand how many team of the weeks this guy has had. He's a team of the weeks coming out of the wazoo. The guy has been awesome all season. He doesn't have the best stats to show that, but the way he's played the game all season has been insane. It is shown in Man City's results in the games that he's been. He hasn't played in every game this season, no, but in the games he has been involved in, he has been orchestral in Manchester City's success. And his performances have shown that week in, week out. The number of team of the weeks he has have shown that week in, week out. And David Silva, again, thoroughly deserves to be in this squad. He's one of the higher rated cards in the squad, just based off the number of cards he has in Team of the Week. I mean, his latest Team of the Week was 90 rated, so he has to be around 94, if not 95 rated for the team of the season. So, yeah, your boy David Silva, a Manchester City player, is in my team of the season. So the first of the wingers, we decided to go to North London for this one, and it is Mr. Alexis Sanchez. Again, no contest, no question on who deserves to be on this side of the pitch, no question on who deserves to be in this position for the team of the season. It is Alexis Sanchez. He joined Arsenal this season. He has 16 goals under his belt, along with 8 assists under his belt, and he's been involved in 6 clean sheets as well from 31 games as a winger. Someone who a lot of people were going to write off. They thought he'd be the next Ozil in comparison to how Arsenal have signed their players this season. But he has been the complete opposite. He's been so awesome in comparison to Ozil that it was unbelievable to see how well he played when he first joined. He has been insane. Words cannot describe how well this player has played for Arsenal this season. And it is shown because they are now a solid top 4 club. United are struggling behind them in the league, and he is a big part of that. Sanchez has been Arsenal's best player by far this season, and it shows in his stats. And yeah, again, I'm speechless about this guy because of how awesome he's been all season, and I'm basically just lost for words and don't really have much else to say about him. So we're going to switch over to the left-hand side of the pitch now, and again, no contest when it came to choosing this guy. He was voted the PFA Player of the Year, and it is Eden Hazard. He has 14 goals to his name and 8 assists. He's been involved in 12 clean sheets. And just look at the card. That is personally what I feel his card's going to look like. If it's not around 96 rated, 95, 96, then I will be surprised. Because he has a hero card that's 90 rated. And, I mean, so many players this season in the Premier League have just been amazing. Like, him and Sanchez especially, because there's no question about anyone being better in those positions this season. No question about it at all. And it has showed in where their teams have placed. It's shown in how they've played specifically all season. He has had no justice this season because FIFA haven't given him any team of the weeks at all, apart from one. And that came a week before his hero card was released as well. So, Hazard, congrats to you. You're about 23, 24 years old, and you're slowly becoming one of the best players in the world. The only player who can play on the left-hand side who is better than him, in my opinion, is Ronaldo now. No one can match him and Ronaldo on the left-hand side of a pitch. And Hazard will continue to slowly become one of the best players in the world, in my own personal opinion. Again, if you don't agree with me, then take it with a pinch of salt and get over it. But that's how I personally feel about the guy. So it sucks that Man United could have potentially signed him, but Chelsea stole him off of us. But congrats to him. He's been so awesome all season. And again, thoroughly deserves his place in this squad. So, the first of the strikers is, again, this was probably the hardest of the positions to choose just because of how many awesome strikers there have been in the Premier League. There is a total of 4 in the total of 18 players, and the first of them is Diego Costa. In 24 games this season, he has a total of 19 goals with 3 assists, but he's only been involved in 2 clean sheets for Chelsea, which is odd. That was a stat that I wasn't really... I was pretty confused at. But again, just look at his card. He's been so good all season for Chelsea. He's had so many informs. And, I mean, there was a lot of speculation after the World Cup as to whether he'd play that well. Because at the World Cup, Spain played shocking. He played for Spain at the World Cup, and they did not do very well at all. So, at the start of the Premier League season, there was a lot of speculation around him as to whether he would perform at the World Cup and whether he'd do as well as everyone thought he should have. And he has. He's proved the haters wrong. He's shown them that he does deserve the price that he was paid for by Chelsea. And he's shown that he is one of the better strikers in the Premier League this season, just with the number of goals he has and how awesome he's been with his physical. Look at the physical stat I've given him. That is not like an insane out there sort of stat. That is thoroughly deserved in comparison to what he's been doing all season. And his normal card has really high physical stats as well. So again, another player who thoroughly deserves his place in the squad. I feel like a broken record saying that every time, but it's so true about all of these players. And Diego Costa is the first striker I've chosen. So the second striker, again, no contest. It does pain me to put him there just because he is a Manchester City player, but it is Sergio Aguero. The guy is a beast. He's been sort of battling for top goal scorer all season with another player who is in this team, and he's sort of picking it at the post at the minute. He is ahead by 1 or 2 goals as far as I'm aware. He has played in 30 games, has 23 goals with 6 assists. Again, don't look too closely at the clean sheets because that's not really his job to keep up with. That's more the defence and the goalkeeper's job for Man City. But it doesn't seem to matter for them because they are second in the league. They have played awesome all season, and it does pain me as a Man U fan to see it and to say it. But Aguero has been world class all season. Some of the things he's done this season have been insane, and the number of goals proved that. He's been an awesome asset to Man City since they purchased him, and he will continue to be for the next few seasons at least. So now we are transitioning into the substitutes that are involved in the team of the season. We're going to start off with a goalie and a defender. These are sort of like the unsung heroes, in my opinion, the players who a lot of people sort of look at and don't think they deserve to be in the first 11. Neither did I, but I do feel they deserve to have these cards because of how awesome they've been all season. So the first 2 players are Fraser Forster of Southampton and Cesar Azpilicueta of Chelsea. He could have been the left back potentially again. He maybe should have been based on ratings. He probably would be on FIFA as well. But we're going to look at Forster first. He's been looked over so much this season because, I mean, you have teams like Chelsea, Man United, and I would say Arsenal, but Szczesny's not exactly been the best goalie this season. But we have all these teams with amazing goalies, and none of them have been able to match Forster in terms of the number of clean sheets they have. I believe Courtois has 12, Forster has 13 and 30 appearances. He was injured for about 5 weeks of the season as well, and he's only had to make 61 saves this season in 30 games. That is insane. That is a testament to how good his defence is and how good he has been able to play all season because of the lack of, well, not necessarily lack of work he's had to do, but it shows in the number of clean sheets and how high Southampton have placed again. And again, he's an unsung hero in my opinion. He's been awesome all season. For the games he's played in and the way he's played all season, I think he does deserve a card in the team of the season. Maybe not on the first 11 because of how well David De Gea has played, and a lot of you guys may feel that this should be Courtois instead of Forster, but I personally feel Forster deserves it more than Courtois does. So now we're going to look at Cesar Azpilicueta, the left back. Again, sort of looked over by Chelsea all season. He's made a total of 88 clearances this season. He has 28 appearances, and half of his appearances have been clean sheets, which is an awesome statistic to have. And again, it's a testament to how well Chelsea have played as a whole that this guy has been overlooked because he has had an awesome season. And I, again, just thoroughly believe he deserves to be in this position he's in. In a season where Chelsea went out and signed Felipe Luis as well as a potential left back, they haven't used him in comparison to Azpilicueta, and that's a testament to his talent and how well he is played in Jose Mourinho's eyes. So those are the first 2 substitutes, and now we're going to dive into 3 midfielders who I, again, all thoroughly believe they deserve their places. And one of them is quite controversial. A lot of you guys might think, what on earth is he doing there? That is the most biased opinion I've ever seen in my life. But here it is. These are the 3 midfielders. As you can see, we have Fabregas, Di Maria, and Eriksen. Fabregas has played amazing for the majority of the season. He played awesome at the start of the season up until Christmas. And my friend Justin called it. He said to Marolan that Fabregas would do exactly what he did for Arsenal at Chelsea. Exactly what he did for Barcelona at Chelsea. Which would be the best midfielder in that league up until Christmas. And then he'd fall off and his number of assists would drop and things like that. And it has shown. If you look at his assists up till Christmas, they will probably only be like 4 lower than that stat there. And that is the latest stat out of his number of league appearances so far this season. He also has 3 goals to his name, which is awesome because he's not the most attacking of players. He does have some decent attacking stats with his shooting and things like that. But he is probably the best all-round midfielder in the Premier League, and it has shown in the way he has played. So now we move over to the more controversial choice of the midfielders, and that is Angel Di Maria. Again, he's been an unsung hero. He's been one of the players for Manchester United who's been looked down at because of his price tag. He hasn't really performed to his price tag. We paid near enough 60 million for the guy, and 10 assists and 3 goals does not emulate that. That is what, 6 million per assist and like 9 million per goal or something along those lines, and they're not the best stat. I know that's like nearly 20 million per goal, but yeah, not the best stats. But he has been injured. He could have done a lot better if he played for more of this season. But in a season where Manchester United have been plagued by injury and they've had a lot of issues in terms of their team, I do feel he has shone out a lot like David De Gea has. And in a season where he hasn't been able to play to his full potential based on these injuries, I feel he does maybe not necessarily deserve this card, but I feel he is an unsung hero, and for that he is on my subs bench for the team of the season. But again, like I said, if you don't agree, take it with a pinch of salt and get over it, because that's my choice, and that's the final choice that's been made. So the final midfielder we have for my team of the season is a man who has been so looked down upon because of the other player for Tottenham who is in this team, Christian Eriksen. No one has given this guy a glimpse. No one's given him a chance this season. He doesn't have the number of assists you'd expect from a usual cam, but he does have the goals to show for it as well. He's played in 36 league appearances for Tottenham this year, and he has been awesome. He has a man of the match card. He has 1 or 2 informed cards as well, as far as I'm aware, and Eriksen does deserve to be in this squad. He is, again, an unsung hero for Tottenham Hotspur, and that is only because of the player you're about to see in the next selection of players. But yeah, the fact that he has been overlooked so much is a testament to this next guy's talent, and you guys can probably all guess who it is by now. But the last 2 players in my team of the season who are currently sat on the subs bench are both strikers, and they are Harry Kane and Charlie Austin. Both English strikers, both pure English talent. They've both come out of the woodwork this season and shown up. Harry Kane has been amazing all season. He's a PFA Young Player of the Year. He scored 20 goals in the league, a total of 30 overall this season, which only 5 other Tottenham players have done over a season. As far as I'm aware, it's like Bale, Klinsmann, Ginola, and someone else. I can't remember who it is, but he is one of only 5 players to hold that title, and it's a testament to him. The guy is 20 years old, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he is very, very young. He does have a lot of talent with him, and his card could end up being higher rated than that. It's just because he's an 80 rated player normally, but he was upgraded from like a 73 rated silver player at the start of the year to an 80 rated player now. He also has a hero card out there. It's a purple one. I packed him twice, and it is an awesome card to play with. So I do hope that his team of the season looks something like this, maybe even slightly higher rated, again, like I said. But the last and final player in this team of the season is Mr. Charlie Austin. The most overlooked player because of how poorly his team have played this season. They were officially relegated today. And it sucks. It sucks for the guy. He probably should get transferred somewhere new this summer because of how awesome he's played. In a team that has been so bad all season, he's still managed to pull out 17 goals and 4 assists from 32 appearances. He isn't the best striker in the world by any means, but he does have talent, and he's shown that by the fact that he's been able to score goals when his team can't do anything around him to support him. And I mean, it's a credit to the guy. I'm surprised he didn't want to move anywhere in January, or no one picked him up in January, because he's been playing so well all season, and it sucks that he hasn't been given that opportunity to stay in the Premier League next season. So we'll have to see what he can do next season, whether he'll move to a better team. Maybe Liverpool will pick him up and they'll actually do something with him. But yeah, Charlie Austin is my final player in this squad. And that is it, my friends. As always, I have been your boy Sally. Again, if you don't agree with this, then take it with a pinch of salt. If you want to give me your opinions on who you feel should be in the team of the season, then do put that in the comments below. But yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed. This is my team of the season prediction for the BPL. I'm not really sure when the actual team's going to be released, but we'll have to wait over the next few weeks, see what EA are doing about it. And that is it. As always, if you have enjoyed, do be sure to leave a like. If you are new around here, you are enjoying all of my FIFA content, and do be sure to subscribe. Like I said, this was something a little bit different, a little bit out there, but it's something that I quite enjoyed doing, and I would very much like to do it again. So yeah, as always, I have been your boy Sully, and Peace.